Sparks. I'm going to start with Aquarius this time. Hello. Hello, Aquarius. You're awesome. I don't know where my microphone is, so it's going to be a little bit low today. I'm sorry. You already know the business. Follow, like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at magic.mama.journey. Let me know what you think, please, in the comment section. Did it resonate? Did it not? Do you not like how I read? Why are you watching this if you don't like it, right? But, all right, so my beautiful, beautiful Aquarians. When I was thinking about you guys meditating over the cards, I saw these little teddy bears just playing in a field, like actual stuffed teddy bears in the wild. So it was weird because they were alive, but they weren't like animals. They were just like stuffed toys playing in the wild. Now, it was very difficult because I sat on it for a little bit and I'm like, what the heck could that possibly mean? They're the artificial animals, they're these artificial toys, but they're playing in nature. And what I think it means is the way that we are in life isn't really how we're meant to be. We're supposed to be in nature all the time, entrenched. But these beautiful little stuffed animals were playing as though they were supposed to be there anyway. So I think what it's trying to say is get out of your like the comfort zone that you're in, like this material world that we live in. Like this is a time for you to this is winter time. It's the winter. I mean, winter solstice hasn't come yet. That's going to be on the 21st of December, if I'm not mistaken. But the winter solstice is almost upon us. And winter is a time to hibernate, like bears do, and to really think about ourselves and go back into nature, go back into what we are supposed to be, really reflect upon the year that's passed, and see what changes we've made, what changes we still need, so that you can go into the new year and make those resolutions, like honest resolutions, not just the common cliche, I'm going to lose weight, new year, new me. Yes, new year, new you, for sure, but make sure that it's really tackling those issues that are important, not just those superficial ones, okay? That's what I got from it. But let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at the cards, see what they have to say. You already know, 2 shuffles, 3 cards. If less than 3 come out, I will intuitively choose until I decide that's enough. Otherwise, if more than 3 come out, then yeah, great. Spirit has a lot to say. So what messages do we have for Aquarius? Oh, I'm also only doing for the first half of the month. For the first half of December 2019, what messages do we have for Aquarius? For the first half of December 2019, only messages of love, truth, and light through these cards. Messages for Aquarius. Well, wow. Aquarius, you have a lot of cards for you guys. So the first card to come out was the Ace of Swords. So a new beginning in the way that you're thinking, in the way that you are communicating, in what is coming into you, into your psyche, into your thoughts. Okay? Things are starting to change. Beautiful. Love it so far. And that change is going to lead to your ships coming in. It's going to lead to these seeds that have been planted. Now that this new energy, these new thoughts, this new cultivation of ideas, of beliefs are coming towards you, it's going to lead you towards greater abundance and things that you've been wanting for a while, they're going to start to manifest. All right, my gorgeous sparks, I love it. Knight of Pentacles, it's going to help you to work your way. It's going to bring you a message of prosperity. Like I was saying, it's going to bring you a message of abundance. And it's going to help you it's going to be a catalyst towards your material abundance and well-being in this next first half of the month. All right, cool. So the next cards that came out were the Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, you are going to be achieving some of that abundance. Now, some of it is going to come with a little bit of forelearning. For some reason, I'm feeling like you're going to receive this abundance, but you're going to lose something else. Something is going to be not taken from you, but Spirit is going to be removing something from your life because it's not going to help you to obtain this material abundance that you need. And you're going to be feeling sad about that. Let's see. Now, you might be dealing with another air sign, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And the person that might have been going away from you could have been a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, doesn't matter on either one of these. But the feeling that I'm getting, it could be twofold. So either the person that is leaving was someone who was a little bit rough with you, a little bit brief and frank, and wanted to tell you their point of view and not have you give them any feedback. Like they just wanted you to do what they wanted you to do. All right? And they were kind of brash. Or there's going to be some truth that you have to say, and in that releasing of truth for you, you're going to be losing this person. But honestly, if someone walks away from you because of your truth, then you're not losing anything. You're actually gaining. Because if someone can accept you for the way that you are, my gorgeous sparks, then they weren't meant for you in the first place. Okay? And maybe they just need time to sit over and mull it over and realize that what they want is really you in all respects, even if it's something that doesn't really gel with them in that moment. Okay? If you understand what I'm saying. I'm a little tipsy, guys. I'm sorry. This is my first drunk read. I hope you guys like it. So far, I'm like, hey, I would have never looked at it in that perspective. Speaking of perspectives, you have here the Hanged Man upside down. The Hanged Man talks about new perspectives. And what I'm feeling with this one, my gorgeous sparks, is that person that you told your truth to and they walked away, it's going to take them a while to see your perspective. Or, I mean, maybe you're just so brash right now, like you told them your truth and they told you something back, and maybe you're not seeing it from their point of view because you're just like, this is my truth. If you can't accept it, whatever. And that's not something that spirit wants for you either. Yes, tell your truth, but listen to the other person as well. If it's something that you can kind of work on and, like try to meet in the middle ground, beautiful. That is the best thing to do. But if it's not, then you gotta go with your gut in this. That's what the next card is. The Page of Cups. You have to listen to your intuition. Whatever the situation may be with this person, with this situation, with whatever it was that walked away or went away from you, that's making you feel a little bit sad, my gorgeous sparks. At the end of the day, you really have to listen to your gut. You really have to go into that solar plexus and say to yourself, do I want to give up my integrity and my beliefs and what I want for myself to appease somebody else? Is there a compromise I can make? Because if there is not, then you need to really listen to your gut and see what it is that spirit is trying to tell you guys. And yeah, trust in spirit. Listen to spirit. This is called the Great Awakener. The Fool is called the Great Awakener for a reason. It could be a little bit of naivety. So you really need to listen to spirit. Because spirit is going to tell you, like, don't be foolish. Or it could be telling you, yes, this is exactly the road you need to take. Trust us. It all depends on what your situation is and what spirit says to you. If you need help, meditate. Do Reiki. There's lots of beautiful things on YouTube that you can do to kind of help you. And there's a lot of beautiful things and people in the world that can help you as well. All you have to do is ask spirit for guidance and you will receive exactly what you need. Okay? So if you feel like you can't do it by yourself, my gorgeous Aquarius, then ask spirit and it will bring the people to you. It will put you in the right place at the right time. You might be sitting on a bus or something and somebody starts up a conversation about metaphysics or astral projection or something crazy, something that you're like, whoa, that's so out of left field, that's not something that people usually talk about around me. Why is it going on? And kind of just be like, excuse me, hi, I'm sorry, like I heard you were talking about this and that's something that's kind of been interesting me. Could you explain more? Could you expand more? What's your number? Do you have a Facebook? Connect with people, okay? Because that is going to be the easiest and best way. Spirit brings these little angels into our lives sometimes, and sometimes we let them just fly away because we're too shy to connect, or we feel like we can't speak to people. We are here to do that with one another, guys. That's all that anybody's here for. I think society today, maybe the demons at work in the world, whatever the case may be, have created these things so that we can feel like, oh, we shouldn't talk to them. We shouldn't, like, well, that's so weird interacting with people on an emotional level, and communicating with complete strangers. Like, no, that's exactly what we're supposed to do. We're not just supposed to troll each other on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. We're actually supposed to speak to one another and interact with each other. So I'm sorry, my beautiful Aquarius. I'm a little tipsy, like I said. Plus, I don't know. I've just been in a weird funk lately, so bear with me. Let's see. So far we have the Six of Swords. So you're going to have to go away from some of these things that are making you feel a little bit of turmoil. Exactly. You have to kind of arrange your thoughts in a new way so that you can move forward and like get rid of all of the swords that are bringing you down and just leave the swords that are good for you and then paddle forward. Don't worry about anything else or anyone else. Get rid of all of those thoughts that aren't good for you, my gorgeous sparks. What messages do we have for Aquarius from December 1st through midway through December the 15th? What messages do we have for Aquarius from the 1st through the 15th? Well, that one flew, and so did that one. Let's take a look. We have here the Emperor. Very good. Yes, taking responsibility for your actions. You could be dealing with a Taurus. This is the epitome of all of the kings. Okay, all of the good traits and even the bad traits of the kings. This king embodies. Okay, so you know what you want. You're passionate about it. You're loving and sharing and giving and generous. And what's the other one? Air, water, fire, earth, and you're prosperous. But at the same time, you could also be a little bit greedy. You could be selfish. You can be manipulative, and you can. What's the one I'm missing? Cups, water, and you can be arrogant. But again, not a bad thing. All it's saying is to look at yourself. Take responsibility for the things that you are and really know your truth. Like, if you're going to speak your truth, then you need to see yourself in every single light. See exactly what it is about yourself that you need to change. Like I was saying before with the little teddy bears in the field. Really look at yourself. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. My kids thought they were going to kill each other, and that's not going to happen. So you have to take responsibility on all aspects of your truth. Don't just see yourself from one light. Don't just this perspective. Maybe that's what it was talking about. You're just not taking everything into perspective. And maybe that's why this person's walking away, because they're like, how dare they think this and that? They don't see this and this and this. And when they try to tell it to you, you don't want to see their point of view. You really need to take responsibility and take your time and think about this. And that's what's going to lead to this new emotional offer. Once you can really take account of the things that make you you, that's when you're going to be more open to all these different emotions, all of these different love offers, relationships, your friends are going to change, your maybe even your love relationship is going to change, because now you see yourself and now you know what you really want and what's really true for you, so maybe you're not going to sync with the person next to you, or like your family's just going to seem so weird to you, and that's okay. New things are going to come your way in an emotional aspect. Okay, let go of those swords that make you feel like you need to be competitive, that make you feel like it's your way or the highway. That's what this card is saying. It's not you winning at all costs, okay? Life is not about that. Life is about being open. Life is about learning. Life is about loving. At the end of the day, that's the highest power in this world. And that's the only power that's spoken about in the Bible, the love of God, the love of this and that. Love is the highest form of being. So if you close yourself off because you want people to see you in this and that way, you're not acting in a vibration of love. You need to cut away those feelings and really start to love not only yourself, because sometimes we love ourselves and we think that it's love for ourselves, but it's really love of our egos. We need to love ourselves for who we really are. That's why you need to really look at yourself for who you really are. Okay? All right? And don't allow yourself to be triggered. Okay? What Spirit is trying to say here is, yes, a lot of emotions are going to come through in this time. A lot of work is going to be done. You're going to be working out all of this, like ancestral just cycles that have come along for a long time, and maybe things that you've learned through your childhood, through your parents, through their parents, and things like that, that you're just working through. And before, you used to think that that's okay, and now you're seeing it in a different light. You need to work through those things and not allow other people to trigger you, because people have that bad habit, they know something about you, so sometimes when they're angry or when they just want to be mean because of one reason or another, we all have those moments. They will use it against you. All right, do not allow those moments to trigger you. Do not allow those moments to trigger your ego. Okay, always know your truth. All right, wait until spirit speaks to you and kind of rest for a second before you launch into cutting someone down, okay? What messages do we have for Aquarius from the beginning of December to the midway of December? Only messages of love, truth, and light through these cards. What messages for Aquarius from December 1st through the 15th, 2019? Only messages of love, truth, and light through these cards. All right, let's take a look. First card you got was the Three of Swords. All right, so this is going to be a heart-wrenching time, okay? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things that you're going to have to clear out. It's a lot of those swords that you're going to have to pull out from your heart. So it's hard. It's difficult. Like, your ego is definitely going to want to hold on to these things. Your ego is definitely going to be like, no, that person did this and that, and you learned this lesson. You don't want to go back into that. You can't pull out this sword and start thinking differently, because then this and this and that is going to happen. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how convincing the ego can be. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, that's how it is. But the cycle needs to end. Oh man, this beautiful card. This Ten of Swords is talking about getting rid of those thoughts, because those thoughts are not serving you, my gorgeous sparks. Those thoughts are only keeping you shackled. And you don't want to feel that way anymore. You want to let go of these thoughts. You want to let go of these feelings. You want to let go of these beliefs, because that is what's going to propel you forward into your abundance. That is what's really going to make the world change for you, because your outlook is going to change. Your viewpoint is going to change. Your relationships are going to change. The way you communicate, everything will change once you let go and once you unwrench those swords from your heart. And the world is going to be abundant to you. The universe is going to be generous with you. And you're going to obtain the things that you truly, really want in this time if you just do that bit of work. Listen to spirit. Be open to what spirit has to say to you. You're going to be so happy if you do, my gorgeous sparks, instead of feeling this way. Okay? If you don't do this work, and if your ego stands in the way, you're always going to be feeling that feeling of regret. You're always going to be feeling that feeling of I should have, I could have, because that's how spirit likes to keep you shackled. That's how spirit likes to make you its slave, by making you feel like you did something wrong, by keeping that guilt in your heart and in your spirit. When that guilt is there, you're not going to move forward. Like, you'll do things in life or whatever, but it's always going to come back to that, and you're always going to have to work on that, and you're always going to feel like this is the same thing over and over again. And it's the same thing over and over again because you haven't pulled that sword out. You haven't done that work. You haven't cleared that healing. And that's okay. Even sometimes when you think you've cleared the healing, it comes back. Why? Because not every aspect of it has been cleared. And it's hard. It really is. But the more you do it, the more you clear it, the more you dive into it, the more like you dig in and kind of like push away the fluff and stuff and grayness and mirrors and smoke, and the more you see it for what it really is, my gorgeous sparks, that is when you will clear this away. And when you clear that away, you're going to be so emotionally happy. All your cups will be full. You will be overflowing with happiness and abundance, emotionally, spiritually. Like, everything's just going to seem like, yes, life is so much happier. And the happiness card, like, you have the sun here. Everything about this is happy. This is like a new dawning, a new beautiful day. Like, everything will become clear. Everything will appear clear because now you can see everything in a brighter, better light. What messages do we have for Aquarius From the 1st of December through midway December, what messages of love, truth, and light do we have for Aquarius? From December 1st through the 15th, 2019, only messages of love, truth, and light through the cards. Messages for Aquarius. Love, truth, and light in these cards. Only messages of love, truth, and light for Aquarius. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of cards. So let's see. Have here the Hierophant in reverse. What I'm getting from this is that you think you are in authority. You think you're being tough and rough and true, but you're not. You're actually losing authority here. You need to do that spiritual work. You need to find that moral development. You need to find that sense of purpose. Okay? And you need to choose which thoughts to keep and which to throw away. That's what this card is all about. You're trying to balance everything out in the physical world, and it's saying don't even worry about that. That is going to come once you balance yourself out interiorly. Yes, everybody thinks, oh, if I don't have my life together, if I don't make this much money, if I don't have this kind of car, if I don't pay off, yeah. Your debts will be paid off. Things will work out for you, but the first thing that you need to do, and this is why it's so important when you're a child, and it's hard because we don't really pay attention to children. We just let them grow up and go through their suffering and their traumas, and we don't even talk to them about it. It's so important when you're a child to balance yourself out, your emotions, to learn all those emotional lessons when you're little. Because when you're older and you have now these responsibilities on top of these emotional wounds, everything is a mess. You need to balance yourself out, and everything else will move forward beautifully, okay? Everything else will work itself out. You have the 10 of Wands here, the 10 of Fire. All right, this talks about you having to carry this burden. And yes, you do have to continue to carry this burden for a little bit longer, my gorgeous Aquarians, because they haven't been cleared yet. But once this Tower comes in and you learn this epiphany and you have this, there's going to be a moment where everything is just going to be like change for you. Everything's going to be like, what the heck was I thinking for so long and why? What is wrong with me? But then again, there's nothing wrong with you. Don't say anything's wrong with you because there is nothing wrong with you. You just hadn't gotten it until then, and that's okay. Because that's going to lead you to that new beginning, that new emotional start for you. Everything's going to be fresh again. You're going to feel like a child without any trauma again. It's going to be beautiful, my gorgeous sparks. Let's take a look here at the messages from the fairies. What messages do we have for Aquarius? From the 1st to the midway of December 2019, only messages of love, truth, and light through these cards. Messages for Aquarius. From the 1st to the midway December 2019. Wow, I've never seen so many messages from the fairies before. Well, goodness gracious, somebody loves you. It says, easy does it. Yeah. Don't rush yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't be like, well, I got to clear this out. You know how long it took you to gain those traumas? Take it easy. It's not going to go away in a week, in a month, in 3. It's going to take some time. All right? And even after you feel like you've cleared it, it's going to come back. That's okay. It's normal. It's natural. My gorgeous Aquarians, take it easy. Easy does it. Everything is okay. All right? My gorgeous sparks, don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. And your debts, your karmic debts, your financial debts, everything will be paid off in this, okay? Things you have to keep in mind. Connect to nature, like those 2 little teddy bears. Even though you feel out of place, even though it feels like you're artificial, you're not a real bear, connect with nature. It's important. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending times outdoor. My beautiful, beautiful sparks. And holiday. Maybe this Tower moment is going to happen during the holiday. It says the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. Let's see here. What messages do we have for my gorgeous Aquarians from December the 1st through midway December? What messages do we have for Aquarius from December 1st? Okay, through midway through December. Spirit really had a lot to say at the end. Let's see. No judgment. Don't judge yourself. And don't judge others for judging you. Just don't judge anything. Everything happens for a reason and you don't know what it is. You're not in the authority to judge because you really don't know why it's happening, for what purpose, and what that's going to lead to. You know what I mean? So don't judge anything. Abundance. Yes, it says, congratulations. It seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundant pie. Feels like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Yes. Stop killing yourself over anything you did. That guilt is just keeping you shackled. Let it go. Let it go and let this abundance in. Let spirit in. Let yourself connect to spirit, to nature, to other people. Stop trying to keep yourself condemned to this little hole because you feel like you don't deserve it. This isn't right. I'm too good for this and that. Stop it. All right? Nature, once again. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. I mean, I cannot make this stuff up. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggy and stuff, but you'll find that even those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony, and their earnestness is impervious to your jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. Exactly. Don't judge yourself for wanting to do these things. Don't judge. Stop feeling like a stuffed animal in nature. Stop feeling like you have no, this isn't right. This isn't the real me. It's the real everyone. To just not judge and clear their stuff. Like, we've been programmed to feel a certain way. We've been programmed to think a certain way. And it's hard. It really is hard to cut through those tethers that keep us in that programming. We have to cut those wires, man, and just kind of go back into reprogram our brain, rewire ourselves to what is true. All right. And that is your truth. That is your happiness, your abundance. That's all internal. And then with the people around us, connecting with the things that matter. All right. And it says authenticity. Exactly. Going back to being authentic with yourself, your truth. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it. But at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about it. Absolutely. My gorgeous sparks, I hope you resonated with this. I hope it made sense. I hope you guys have a great first half of December. And that you can really work through some of these things that have been in your life and have been continuing to pop up. Oh my God, 4 beautiful cranes just flew by my window, my gorgeous sparks. I don't know what that means, but I think it's a good sign. It felt really good when I saw them. So I really wish you guys the best. Have a great time at the beginning of this month, and I will see you mid-month for the rest of your month's reading. Enjoy it, my gorgeous sparks. Go out there and shine your gorgeous light. See you.